Teachstone's been a wonderful client for us at Agility Feet, and we're not only proud of the work that we've done for them, but we're also honored to be part of their mission to improve education.
So Teachstone Training is a company that's spun out of the University of Virginia. Our main product right now is Classroom Assessment Scoring System, which is the only proven model for gauging student-teacher interactions. We are also a growth stage company. Now we're striving, in many ways, Agility Feet is a major component of that, to build the infrastructure and to grow at a very fast rate.
We were a company that was in transition, stress, and uncertainty around how to move forward with our legacy system, our development team.
So the big thing with Agility Feet that we've really enjoyed that relationship is it's a partnership.
Agility Feet was able to come in and spend, I believe it was a full solid week with us in different meetings that we set up together around focused areas.
That gave us a world of insight into what Teachstone was and how they did stuff. We found a lot of pain points not only for the users but also for the team involved in making the product.
They were able to then take that information, simplify it, prioritize it, and give us a direction.
So I worked really closely with Mariana and Daniel. Both were very easy to work with. Mariana's a great listener. Both have a really solid process.
So it's been a great relationship with us. I feel like we engaged right away. We began to map out our epics. They worked with our staff to help us figure out the priorities that we should do.
So Daniel was, when we first started working on the designs, just the back and forth, he understood our branding needs. He did a great job gathering all of the bits of information to make sense of the digital branding that needed to happen, and gave a great deliverable of just a GUI guide that I use all the time now.
Mariana on the Agility Feet team is able to absorb complexity from a room full of people and then articulate it back and simplify it and happy path it in a way that I have not seen many people be able to do.
There was a lot of confusion about when you had to take your certifications, the process that you had to follow. So a lot with Teachstone has been standardizing their processes. When we started developing, we already had this partnership and this culture where I understood a lot of how Teachstone worked and who their users were and how people were interacting with the system and where I could make it better.
As an organization, we were very fresh or very new to the application of Agile. So the partnership with Agility Feet didn't just give us significant expertise in coding and development, but also expertise and experience with the process. Definitely learned from Agility Feet. We've improved internally because of that.
So we have weekly sprints, and then we also have multiple epics. And those epics could be anywhere from like a mini epic, which could be a couple weeks to a month. As
far as the Agile method, when I first started, I was thinking that a 1-week sprint was too short. But what I realized was because Agility Feet was in Costa Rica and we were in Charlottesville, that constant communication really, really helped. There are two things I primarily like about Agility Feet. One is that whenever there is an issue or a problem, it is raised and discussed, and we figure out what the root cause is. The other thing that I like is just the people. Giuliani is like really easy to work with and really kind and nice and listens very well. And on the Rails side, I am kind of a beginner, and Esteban and Oscar have both been extremely helpful.
And overall, it's just been such a great experience, and they're always just so willing to work with me, and they want to know everything I have to say, and it's just a great experience. From the end user standpoint, so from our customers and clients standpoint, we have made a lot of really positive changes that have made their lives easier. As far as our support staff goes, they are so thankful all the time because they don't have to listen to angry phone calls.
So when I got here, I couldn't finish a day without this doesn't work or that doesn't work. We were spending so many resources just answering phone calls and dealing with issues, and you can see that absolutely is in a downward spiral which is a wonderful thing to see and exactly what we were shooting for. The thing that I think was so important with Agility Feet is we did not just want to rebuild what we had in a more stable format. We rethought it, we reimagined.
And we're trying to enable some technologies that they didn't have before. So for example, with coaching video, the process was really long. They had to videotape the class, send an SD card, upload the video through the SD card, and the whole process took a while and had a lot of pain points in the middle. We've tried to simplify that process a little bit, enabling everybody to do this through the web.
You guys feel like you're part of our team, right? I mean, we talk every day. Everybody's very responsive. You know, it doesn't even really feel like they're remote because we're always on Skype, we're always talking. It's been great.
I tell you, like, every day we're always talking about Esteban's so wonderful, and you know, Oscar's so wonderful, Mariana, and everybody. We say it about everybody all the time, so it's been great.
It's been great working with them. We feel like we're part of the team, and we become involved in a lot of how Teachstone does stuff and how they are building this great tool. The product owners are great. They're super involved. They really care about their product.
I personally never like to work with a contractor as if they're a contractor and I am the business and the relationship is contract-based. I like it as a team, and definitely Agility Feet brings team to their partnership.
Pretty much sums it up. I hope that you guys stick around. I mean, I definitely don't want you guys going anywhere.
This has been an extremely successful engagement for both Teachstone and Agility Feet, so I think it's worth covering what has made it such a great relationship. First, that initial assessment phase allowed us to know what we were getting into in a way that previous contractors with Teachstone did not understand. Second, Teachstone was willing to collaborate closely with us and provide excellent product owners with deep knowledge and decision-making authority. Third, our short, agile sprint cycle enforced daily communication across the teams. Teachstone has even started to use this model with other contractors they work with. Fourth, we started the project with an in-person visit to them in the U.S., but they've also come to visit us in Costa Rica. That builds bonds that make the team more effective. Finally, our company cultures are very compatible, and they're great people all around. There's a spirit of cooperation and collaboration that made it pleasant to work with each other, even when tough conversations were needed. So if you need a skunkworks-style team to work on that new strategic initiative or to reinvent that old legacy system with a new design, fresh process, and the latest technologies, check us out at agilityfeet.com. We'd be happy to make you our next great success story.